You can EQ, stack compressors, or saturate all day, but if the shape of your sound is off, it still won't hit or feel right. And that's why transient and envelope shaping is the Dynamics cheat code. It's how you get your drums to really knock, but you can also use it on things like vocals, guitars, synths, or just about anything to tighten or to beefing things up and improve dynamics. This right here is Articulate, and it's gonna make all that possible for you. You can easily manipulate and shape up the punch and the air and the space on any sound within your mix.
Tried and fought the light for just a little more.
So you can tighten, or we can open things up.
Promises, little consequences. How do you build back trust?
You're getting control over your dynamics and how your sounds and effects are gonna hit and breathe in exactly the way you want them to. Let's take a look at the interface. You got 4 main controls: attack, decay, sustain, and release that you can mute or solo for fine tuning, and it's easy as using a 4-band EQ. You got your attack and sustain, which lets you dial up or soften the smack of those initial transient spikes, and also the body and the ring out. Articulate takes it a step further with the decay and release, with the punch characteristics, and then the air or the tail. Below you've got the separation, and it's not the mix control. You've got that right here at the top. The separation determines how smooth or fast and sharp you want to tailor the space in between these envelopes here. There's a built-in limiter based off the same tech that's behind the scenes of the Elevate mastering limiter, so you can really push this thing and maintain the clarity and detail. There's also a sidechain, and I'll be showing you more of this as we go along. It also comes with some presets to get you started. Right now, let's start by hearing Articulate in action. Starting off with the drums, we've got the plugin inserted on my drums group. Let's push up the attack. You can hear right away we're hitting those initial transient spikes. You can solo it just to hear how you're affecting that part of the sound. And then you got the decay, which gives you more punch and more thump. Or you can take it down and make it less beefy if you want. And we can also control how long the body rings out with the sustain. And then that tail, or how it breathes on the end with the release. So then what you can do is, as you shape with the envelopes, you use the separation to make the effect either super fast and focused or slow and smooth. You can really fine-tune the overall impact and control the punch and the clarity, and it's fast. Let's go ahead and add an 808 to the mix. Now here's where it can be really useful. If you struggle with mixing 808s and it living with the kick and the rest of the drums, what you want to do is throw it on your 808 channel. On the plugin, you want to sidechain it to the kick. Then you want to go ahead and turn sidechain on. So now, not only can we duck the attack on the 808 so that it leaves that room for the kick, we can shape the 808 around the drums so that we get that impact with the kick, but it also doesn't cloud up the rest of the drums. Super useful tool when working with drums. Tighten things up and add the thump. It makes things breathe better and feel more deliberate. Articulate isn't just good for drums, it's also good for vocal tracks. If you get your EQ, compression, and reverb settings the way you like, you got things sitting in a good spot, but you just want to make the vocals a little more dominant, this definitely helps in shaping and playing with the overall vibe and not just the volume.
We tried and fought the light.
So we'll start by bringing up the attack.
For just a little.
Then the words are going to start to come in with a little more cut and a little more edge to them.
We tried and fought the light. for just a little.
If we throw up the decay, we could add more presence.
Promises, little consequences.
We'll bring the output down just a touch, just to get the levels back down to where I had before. Then we can manipulate the tail end or the shape of the reverb with the sustain and release.
Coming from both sides, you can't shake off the rust.
So we can make it more intimate and upfront.
We can't go back, and if you're fading, don't need to.
Or push back into the space and into the mix.
I've been waiting so long now. Am I in the wrong now? I don't want your love until it's gone.
Another trick you can do is insert the plugin on instruments, and then you can carve out a little more space for the vocals to live without completely ducking frequencies on the instruments.
Empty promises, little consequences. How do you build back trust?
Alright, so here's what it sounded like before.
Little lies coming from both sides. You can't shake off the rust.
And after.
And all those little lies coming from both sides. You can't shake off the rust.
So let's check it out now on a couple instrument tracks. We can definitely control how elements like keys, synths, pads, or guitars are going to breathe in the mix and sit in the space. If your guitars are sounding a little too plucky or percussive, you just pull down the attack. So that way you can tame those initial spikes, and then we can sort of round it out, take some of the noise out in between the notes. For synths, we can really tailor how these breathe in the mix. Same works for pianos and keys. So in context of the whole mix, we can really shape up the whole vibe, manipulate the feeling. To keep the song interesting and breathing the whole way through. Sometimes shaping your sounds in just a little bit is all it takes to flip the whole mix and make it much better. If you're looking for ways to make things hit harder, or you're trying to clear up space or improve the presence of things in the mix, Articulate gives you a super fast and intuitive way to do it.